Welcome to another episode of UGOdyssey Podcast. I'm Uns, and I am your host. Today, I have... Go ahead.
Hi. I'm Scott.
Scott Worley, a local comedian here in the DFW area. And I have Marcia
Aligwe.
Mm-hmm. Another fellow comedian here in the DFW area. Let's get to know you guys a little bit. Scott.
What up?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
I'm tired.
Bless you. Wow. Can we edit that out?
No edits.
No edits, man. So Scott, I've known you for a while now, and we've hung out a lot at Hyenas and talked about just random bullshit that we joke around a lot. How long have you been doing comedy for?
I started in September of last year, right after my 5th anniversary, wedding anniversary, and I went to Portland and I wrote a bunch of good shit, and I brought it back and went to what the fuck is that called? Game Changers, out there in Denton, and there were like 5 comedians there, and I didn't get a single laugh. I got one laugh, but it wasn't on a punchline. But like I knew then like that I wanted to do it, and then it ruined my marriage. So all goes
Are you
together.
serious? You're joking, right?
Oh.
Your marriage did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shut up!
What?
Come on.
Yeah, I put it on the comedy altar, and yeah. So now
What do you mean the comedy altar?
well, you have to make sacrifices and stuff like that, and so you put, you make decisions, and so now I deserve success because of that.
You know what?
Right.
I think you'll get
I
success.
slaughtered the lamb
You did?
of my marriage, and now it's time for. You aren't religious.
But you know what?
So
I mean, do you if you get into comedy, and that if you really say that it didn't help your marriage out, do you feel like you would want to be with her for other reasons? I mean, like, what else could you find out in the future that would have pushed her to wanting a divorce anyway?
Yeah, that's right.
Like, how into the marriage would she be if she can't support you if you do comedy?
Right.
That's right.
So.
Yeah. So you put your chips on the table, and then wherever it lies,
Yeah.
is where it lies.
That's like with me, if I were to get married with somebody and then like, let's just say I end up with like super bad credit because I put everything out there.
Sure.
And then they're like, my partner would be like, well, now you everything's gone to shit. Why should I stick around? It's like, oh, what? You were with me
You're
when
just
all
here
the
for my
shit.
credit.
Yeah.
You're just here for
Yeah,
my
like everything
720.
went to shitty, and
But-
I didn't get to college like I was supposed to, and
Yeah.
Was it something that just kind of came out of nowhere, or was it something you guys had been discussing that she kind of knew about? Because 5 years, comedy never came up, and then...
Well, so I was a musician like when we got together, and then when we had our first kid, he's 5 now. I kind of got out of that because I needed to spend more time with the family and stuff like that. But then the kids kind of got to the age where I could spend a little bit of time away. I didn't have to be there all the time. I just had this like feeling like I need to be doing something creative. So I was like, maybe I'll go back to music or whatever, and I just wasn't feeling it. But I've been consuming a lot of comedy, so that's what made me want to do comedy. And yeah, there were a lot of conversations about it, and she was really supportive at first. But then, kind of as I started getting more into it and dedicating more time to it, I think she felt a little bit left out.
Makes sense.
it does. But you're
You're
like a successful guy though, like in life you're a successful guy, right? So even
I
if
could be more.
I mean, yeah, anybody could always be more, but
I'm not happy with where I am.
well, that's you setting up your own goals for yourself. I
Sure.
mean, if an outside person were to talk to you, they'd
You
be
just
like,
say
wow, you're doing pretty good for yourself and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like, what, 27, 20,
29.
29?
Yeah. Happy birthday to me. A month ago.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Buy me drinks.
belated birthday.
You didn't buy me
Cheers.
drinks.
You didn't tell nobody. I don't recall
Drinking
seeing
some
you at the...
Revolver, Blood and Honey, American Ale
Hey,
here.
don't be advertising.
Yeah, we don't do free advertisement here. They got to pay us, son.
Mhm.
My good
No, I'm just
friends at Revolver, please send me A case.
They bought him that shirt, actually. All your plaid shirts. Okay. Did you say you were going to say something else?
No.
Oh. What about you, Marcella?
What about?
How long have you been doing comedy for?
Very first time I got on stage was 2.5 years ago, but I didn't, start fully pursuing it until 7 months ago.
Yeah.
So.
Really?
Yes.
What made you get into comedy?
What made me get into
comedy?
comedy?
How did you first realize you wanted to start doing comedy?
Well, I was kind of being a hoe. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Woo! Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm still being a hoe.
No, long story short, I mean, I've come across a lot of people that told me I would be funny, I'd be a good comedian, but I never took it too seriously, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd written a few things here and there, but one day I was kind of stalking Facebook, social media, stalking this guy that I was kind of seeing for a little while, and I came across like his other family. And one of their friends had a comedy poster on their page.
What's his other family?
Like he had kids and a girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
On Facebook?
Yeah. So
see, that's why I don't keep any social media. You can't find nothing out about me.
In his defense, I wasn't supposed to know his last name, but I'm a girl, so.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna look at it.
We're gonna figure it out.
Wow, so I wouldn't say that you're being a hoe. I would say that he was being a man whore and
I guess
throwing it up.
Whatever, you know what? For every downside,
I met him at Taco Bell. I should have known.
Why are you meeting guys at Taco Bell?
Oh man, I pick up chicks at Wendy's all the time.
Do you?
Is that a bad thing?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's weird.
Well,
No.
I'm sorry. My daytime, I work at a warehouse with a bunch of guys. What am I supposed to do? Hit on their sisters when they come around?
Yeah.
I guess maybe I should take advice from Scott.
Yeah.
Worked out well for me.
It did. Yeah, I see that.
But I ended up looking up that poster, called the people on that poster, and it was in Wichita Falls, Texas. There was one place that was doing comedy, and it was that place, and they told me to just the Deep End.
That was around back then?
That was it. Well, it was 2.5 years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
And they just asked me to come up and do 5 minutes or
5
10
minutes on your first time? 10
Yeah.
minutes on your first?
Yeah, but I ended
about?
up I recorded. I ended up doing like 8 minutes, and oh my god, I've never looked back. It was amazing.
That's cool.
Hold on, how long did you do your first time?
4 minutes.
Really?
The improv, yeah.
Okay.
Arlington Improv, 4 minutes. The open mic there.
Oh.
Game Changers is 15, and
Wow.
I did not do the full 15.
No?
Did my 7, but
I could do 15, no problem. I think, not no problem, but I could do 15 if I needed to.
today I can do 15.
Well, no, you can't do 15.
First time I can't do 15.
No, but it's really cool though, like getting to meet a bunch of people. That's one thing I do enjoy about the comedy scene. You meet a lot of cool people and you joke around with them, and everybody kind of gets most of the jokes for the most part because we all fuck around and just talk about whatever. And I can't do that with my regular friends or whatnot. They're like, I say something, they're like, oh, why you gotta go that far, man? Why you gotta? I was like, what? I thought we were joking around.
Yeah, I think the only reason I really got into comedy was just to hang out with people. I just like comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you more of a bar guy when you go out? What do you do?
What do you mean?
When you're single, what did you like to do?
Like in my free time?
Yeah.
I like to do comedy.
No, but like before that.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I was in a really weird place before I got together with my wife, and I was on probation and spent a lot of time.
You
in
on
bars.
probation? Let me guess.
Yeah.
What was it for? DUI.
It's one of them.
What?
What? What's the other one? Paraphernalia pot? No? Oh, okay.
It's a PCS, possession of controlled substance. It's cocaine.
Oh,
So I was way into cocaine back then, and
there was a time period when I was into cocaine.
that's
too.
how I met people.
Like coke? Oh, you meet everybody when you're on coke because you talk to whoever about whatever.
Girls love it, you know.
Some girls do, yes.
The girls I was hanging out with did.
But that's a party drug, though, man. It's expensive.
Yeah.
That is an expensive party drug right there.
Yeah, I went broke pretty quick.
Yeah.
I'm more into psychedelics myself nowadays. Nowadays.
No.
If I could. I'm not a big coke user.
I don't do any drugs.
Whatever, you smoke pot.
No, I don't.
No?
No.
You don't smoke pot.
I take hair tests.
You take haircuts?
Hair tests.
Oh, hair tests.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
I take haircuts.
I was like, good for you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, so
I'm like, I'm feeding my haircut this month.
no drugs for me.
No, that's good.
Good. Good for you, I guess.
As I drink a drug.
Is that good? Is that good?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why not?
I would like to smoke pot. I'm a pot fan, but you know.
Yeah. I used to smoke a lot of pot when I was younger, and then when I moved to Texas in like 2001, the crowd was just different.
The pot crowd?
Yeah, it's just the ones I knew were just different, like
Okay.
my family members and whatnot, and I'm used to I was used to smoking and then doing things like walking around the neighborhood, whatever. I can't do that here, walk around the neighborhood where you're super stoned. You might look at the wrong person, and next thing you know, you're trying to scrap with some people, little gang in the kid gang around town. Or
It's
whatever.
like that.
What
here in
neighborhood
Arlington?
are you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I lived in the worst part of Arlington.
Sure.
But back in the day, before they built the the Cowboys Stadium in downtown, it used to be pretty bad over there. There used to be a lot of prostitutes and whatnot.
Okay.
I don't know how long have you been in the DFW area? A long time.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, there was a street called Peach Street,
Okay.
and that was known for being the rough part of downtown Arlington.
Sure. Okay.
I don't think it's as bad as Fort Worth, as that one area in Fort Worth.
Stop 6.
There's, yeah.
Stop 6,
Yeah, there's an area in Fort Worth where it's kind of bad.
Stop 6, come at me.
Don't come back.
Yeah, I don't know, places here just aren't that scary.
No.
I lived
not
in
too
Oak
many.
Cliff. People are like, oh, it must have been... No. People don't fuck with you unless you're, fucking with them. And people fuck with people that they know, that they have beef with. But if you just, keep your head down, you'll be okay, you know?
Yeah, but I'm not that type of person to keep my head down, though.
Okay.
It's not that, it's just
Showing
I
off your
walk and
muscles.
I
I
just-
feel
I
like you
just-
flexed when you said that.
No, I walk. When we walk around. I mean, that's just the kind of crew that I would hang out with, my cousins.
No
and whatnot.
flex zone.
Yeah, but I just can't do that. I don't know. I could, I guess. Now I get along more better with a lot of people, but
Yeah.
before it was more like I had to. The persona that we had to give off. Or
Sure.
not.
Acting tough. All your tattoos.
Yeah.
With all my tattoos, I need to get more. Actually, I need to get my arm covered up. I just need to find a good tattoo artist in the
Do
area.
you have tattoos?
I do not. I've been thinking about getting one, but I need it to really count.
What are you getting?
I don't know. Probably something with my dad's name on it. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of text on tattoos.
Well, it's gonna be symbolic. Either his name. He passed away, so
Oh,
it's
sorry.
gonna be either his name or something that symbolizes him. So I
Yeah.
I want it to be like a.
I was thinking about getting tattooed something about my father. It'd be like a little
Empty doorway.
I was thinking like a little dirt with a
Convenience
dust
store.
with a dust ball, dust in the wind type of thing. That's what I was thinking, like dust in the wind.
Some milk and cigarettes.
Oh man.
You guys want to hear a tongue twister?
Sure.
Where were you when I was a kid, Dad?
That's one of your best punchlines that you bring out.
Yeah.
Say that 5 times fast. You're gonna start, I bet you won't start crying by the 3rd time. I'm kidding. Don't do it.
Okay.
The first time I heard you say that joke, I was like, well, at least his dad came back.
My dad was great too, but I think that's one of those universal things where everyone wishes they had more time with their dads. I feel like everybody connects with it, even if their dad was in their life.
Yeah.
I think so too, but I mean, it's funny to just say something like that, even if it's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, yeah, let me just throw that out there. You know, like, oh, Scott, whatever, your dad was there the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody finds that out, I'm gonna be like the next comedy fraud. But
Nobody cares. We get on stage. like people take me serious when I joke around about peeing on my kid. And I never peed
do you have
on
a bit
my
about that?
Yeah, I have a bit about that.
That's weird.
It is weird, but it's kind of funny.
You know what my boss told me? He knows I do stand up, but he said, never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
That's the truth. I think Mark Twain said that.
Oh, okay.
It's one thing that's attributed to him anyway.
Okay.
Probably didn't.
That's good to know. I asked him who the author was, and he never told me. And I guess I could have typed it, but
everybody
Sorry.
says
He's
Mark
like,
Twain. If
"She'll
you don't
never
know, it's Mark Twain.
He took that to his grave. You'll never know. They're wandering forever.
I never cared.
Mark Twain said that. That was my father. I swear. Mark Twain did not say that. That was my dad.
Drink revolver,
that was
blood
my
and honey.
boss. That was
Mark
my
Twain.
boss.
It's a quote.
Drink revolver, blood, and Mark Twain said that?
Mark Twain says, drink revolver, blood and honey.
Oh, okay. Well, then, since he says it, I need to read up more on Mark Twain. I did not know.
Why?
I just didn't learn much about that.
A lot of N-words.
Yeah?
In those books. Yeah.
Really?
Have you not read Tom Sawyer?
Oh, yeah. Tom Sawyer.
I have not.
Yeah.
You should. It's an American classic.
Yeah. N-word Jim.
Yeah.
You don't know N-word Jim?
I do not.
It's
They're actually
it's not
taking
the
that
easiest,
out of the books. You know how crazy that is? They're taking that out of the text.
Yeah.
Text book.
I started talking about that.
But like, why? Like, I'm alright with that because like, it's distracting. That was in the like parlance of the day. Whatever.
But
Nobody got hung up on it.
But
now you read it and it just sticks out.
But it had a purpose to them calling him that.
It was then. You don't change. You can rewrite it if you want to, and leave off those words. But that's like going back and adjusting paintings with, naked people on there and blurring them out because we have kids that are sensitive these days. Like, why are we changing the past? It's already happened.
Yeah.
Just move on from it.
It's still available, like in its original text.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
like,
that's my problem with it. It's just
what-
that they're just trying too
Here's
hard.
what I say, like,
They're trying too
They're
hard.
trying too hard.
if the community is okay, and we're just gonna say the black community is okay with that, and they understand at the time how it's written, if they're okay with it being in there, why is it to the Caucasian community? I'm just gonna say that to watch.
You can say the whites.
To the whites. Why is it such a? Why are they making such a fuss over it?
Because we get offended for people.
Well,
Yeah.
that. I don't know if that's even right.
Yeah,
though.
I mean, I'm sure he's
It's
not
not.
speaking for all whites, but
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but
But no, I've heard that people get offended for them.
No, I don't think so. I think for the most part, the people that have such a big problem with it, I think they're probably embarrassed.
I think
And they don't want to be
too.
associated with something, and it's fine to be hurt and not like it and want to move away from it, but leave it alone. Like, now you're going back, and sometimes that's all people have to I mean, I don't know. That's sometimes the only tie to the past, and like you're trying to change the only thing that people have known, and so what they associate,
Yeah, what that does is that discounts like everybody's experience
Yeah.
besides yours. It's a pretty selfish thing to do.
Yeah.
Just because you're embarrassed by it. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I changed my answer. B instead of A.
And that always, that always interests me, like people standing up for somebody else's rights, but that those people aren't even asking for them to stand up for their rights. It's like, we're okay with it. Why are you throwing such a big fuss about it?
Yeah.
And like the whole thing with like those the statues, like removing all those Confederacy statues, like those were made in like the 1950s or 60s. They were made because people were protesting, because people wanted to have rights. They wanted black people to have rights to vote. So they actually made those just to, in their way of protesting, is like, oh, you want to vote now? Well, we're gonna make these statues and put these Confederate heroes up, and they weren't even made like.
I thought you were going the other way with that.
Yeah.
I thought you were like, and so the black people created these statues to be like, hey, look, this is why we. And I was like, you got that wrong, bro. But
No.
yeah, they're racist ass statues. Like,
They are. I mean, I understand. I don't think like destroying them would be the right thing, and fine, you want to have pride in the fact that there was a war, and I don't know why you would want to have pride in saying that you're fighting for.
What war are we talking about?
The Confederacy.
The War of Northern Aggression.
Civil War, yeah.
Just joking.
What?
I said the War of Northern Aggression.
I know. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Now we're drinking Blue Moon, Belgian White. It's a great beer. Blue Moon.
So many colors on that bottle.
Are you gonna?
Blue.
Sorry,
I'm
we
glad-
don't do free advertising here?
Yeah.
No, we don't.
I'm glad.
I'm trying to get the.
I'm glad you only have 2 different types of beer. You're gonna whip out the type of gum you're gonna chew afterwards.
I'm excited.
I'm about to grab that Essentia. He's like, love that water.
Oh.
Make us some
Oh
Essentia.
man. Well, Scott, it is really fun hanging out with you though at Hyenas when you come by and hang out with us.
Yeah, I'm a good
And,
hang.
we have a good time. Marcia, I need to see you more often. We need to hang out more.
You're
often.
coming to Fort Worth.
And you
don't go to anything
anywhere
but
else,
Fort
do
Worth.
you?
No,
Yeah.
I go to Arlington Improv.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
You should know that.
I'm not
You
in
should be there too.
But you live in Arlington.
That is true. I do need to go to more places. I'm gonna probably next week or the week after. I'm gonna start going to more places. Cause I've been going to Twilight. Is that what it's
Yeah.
What
called?
Lounge in Fort
Mhm.
Worth?
Yeah, after the improv.
Shout out Mana.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
Last time I was there though, there was some guy who started. I don't know what he said, but he
Heard
got
about that
Mona
shit.
pissed,
Yeah.
and she like everybody just like didn't say anything to him. And Mona was like, "I'll go up there and kick you off right now." I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
Then Jorge started heckling him.
I
or
think so.
something
I'm
like
not
that.
sure. And the guy
That
just,
wasn't
I feel
good.
bad for the guy.
You said that
Really?
wasn't... What did you say?
I don't know what he did.
I just said I was
I don't know what he
embarrassed.
did. I don't know the full story. But if I would feel like I go up there and
If
just
Mana's mad, you're not doing it right. You did something.
yeah, but I
trust
don't.
that.
I just don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And not only that, I don't know Mona that well. I've only
Yeah.
seen her twice. So don't do another advertisement. I saw you thinking about it. I
For
saw
what?
you were like, no.
Oh, okay. I love wheat beers.
I actually got approached by Butch
But yeah.
to do the next showcase. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing that. So
Which one?
Where?
they're at Hyenas. He's gonna do one in September.
Hyenas Fort Worth.
Hmm
Cool.
I think so. Well, I think he was trying.
He's
to
doing Plano, Dallas, and Fort Worth.
Yeah, and he asked
They're
me
all
which
good.
one would be better, and I was like, I can get people to come to Fort Worth because it's closer to
Yeah.
Arlington, and I know more people in closer. People won't.
Does he still work there?
Yeah, I guess.
Off my
Yeah.
conversation.
I don't know anything about the comedy scene.
Yeah.
I just...
I don't know either,
Yeah.
but I do know that he just comes around when he can, and he approached me and asked me if I wanted to be on the showcase, and I was like, yeah, dude, why not?
That's why you don't see me much, I guess, because I guess I don't do a lot of the big ones because it's a longer wait time.
Yeah, but the thing with Hyenas though, like if you go every week, which I don't do with Dallas or Plano, but with Fort Worth, you'll just move up the list. And
Yeah,
it's like a time put in kind of thing, which is nice.
No,
Yeah.
I'm fine with going
Yeah.
late. I just can't afford to go late. I can't
Sure.
afford to go every
Yeah.
week, so I just have to pick the weeks when I
Yep.
can stay,
Mhm.
the whole night. So that's all it is you don't see
Why
me
don't
much
do
because
Dallas?
I don't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen you twice, and I saw the first time I saw you, I did see your first set,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not gonna lie, I say I don't really remember any of it.
That's fine.
You're
not. Why do you have to remember my? I mean,
I don't know. I don't want
I've
people to take
literally
offense
since
to
I
it.
started 7 months ago, I've literally met over 200 comics.
Rudy, I don't remember
Yes.
one of your jokes.
Yes.
I know.
I
So-
don't
I just
know
know
anything you
you. I
did.
remember you because you yelled at the mic.
See, I don't even remember any of your jokes right now, and I
You.
know until you start doing them though.
Yeah.
And,
That's the
and
thing.
same to you.
Yeah. I don't know who you're
Rude. But-
yeah. The showcase though, it's gonna be cool.
Are you gonna do it?
September. No, I don't have I canceled, like, I had a monthly show, and then when, like, the whole divorce thing started, I canceled that. So if I can't promote that, then,
You can't promote the divorce?
no, if I can't promote. If I can't spend time and energy promoting my shit, I'm not gonna promote something else.
But what is your shit? What do you mean by your shit?
You
I had
were
a
doing
show.
an open mic.
No, I had a, well, I also had the open mic, that's a different story.
Oh. Okay.
But no, I had a monthly show called the Grand Finale Variety Show. We had music, magic, comedy. It's a lot of fun.
And you actually ran it?
Yeah.
Where
yeah,
at?
Produced it. It was at Fort Worth Live.
Mm-hmm.
On Houston Street. But yeah, then the divorce and like, you know, you have to spend your energy in certain places, and I don't have the energy to promote that. Definitely don't have the energy to promote something that I don't get paid for. So, yeah.
I was like, when people were talking about it, they asked me if I was going to do the showcase. And I was like, no. I mean, nobody was telling me about it. And they're asking me, you know, if I read through Facebook. I don't do Facebook. I don't really do social media at all.
Oh, you gotta get on Facebook. You gotta be a member.
No,
do you have to be comedy?
that.
Do you have to be
I can
comedians?
do
you have
other
to be
ways
comedy
than
community?
whatever. I can figure
Do you
out.
have to be
other
comedy
ways.
writers? Shut up.
Comedy complaints.
Comedy complaints won't fucking let me in. I have requested like 5 times to be in that group, and I'm like,
Yeah, I think
every time I'm fucking denied.
someone
What's
added
comedy
me.
complaints?
Oh,
It's a Facebook group.
yeah.
Where people complain about comedy. It's
Yeah.
very funny.
And they have to
I
let you
learned
in
on
to
it.
do it?
Yeah, you gotta answer these questions about like how long you've been doing comedy and whatnot. And for some reason, they don't think I'm a comedian.
Well,
Probably right.
What do they need? I mean,
I
you already have you standing at the Improv as your Tinder. That's enough proof as it is.
As
I
your
don't
Tinder.
have-
No, this guy right
You
here.
saw him on Tinder.
No.
Why are you swiping?
I guessed it. Me and Daniel were outside. We were talking to him. He was like, "I'm not having very good luck as Tinder." And I was like, "What's your picture?" And he was like, "Oh, I don't want to talk." I was like, "Please don't tell me it's you on stage."
What's wrong with a guy on stage?
No, come on. No, you're on stage. You're. It's like you're.
What is it gonna be?
It's like you're boosting yourself and say, "Yeah, I'm a comic." I don't know,
Yeah.
it kind of comes off a little like thrusting yourself. On
That's
top.
like, you can say that about anything, though.
It's gonna
Anything.
be.
Or you could just
a
have
guy
a
in a
regular-
blue collar shirt. Oh, what, you got a job?
Yeah,
Exactly.
What's wrong with that?
I spend my
Like,
time.
what are you?
I spend my time managing projects and doing comedy. It's gonna be one of those two things. And managing projects
Yeah.
isn't fucking interesting.
Or you
Nobody
could
wants to
have
see a picture of that.
You by yourself, you know, with your cat,
Brooding?
your dog, or
Yeah, sure.
one of your kids, next to
Playing
your
video
car.
games.
The divorce papers, just what's up?
I'm free, ladies.
I had a picture of me with my son on my shoulders.
Mhm.
That got no swipes, so you know.
You erase that shit
Yeah.
from your life. You're like, kid, I'm going for a pack
Look,
of cigarettes.
It's still on there.
If you had him with like a stack of 20s, that'd be different. You know, maybe.
20s?
Yeah. Just
Or
What are
if
you,
you just,
poor?
or if you just wrote, "That's my nephew." Like,
Sure.
yeah, that would be.
I feel like that's what like 90%
Girls
of
love that
girls
shit.
do.
Girls love that shit when you just
Yeah.
like not claim your kid.
Yeah, they do. I wouldn't know. I don't know.
So hot.
What's your opinion on that? She agrees.
How's the feed going? How's the people on there doing? Shout out to all the people who are watching us. Thank you for
Who is watching
taking
this?
for us.
Can you tell?
I can.
Are they talking to you?
Yeah.
What are they saying?
I'm just talking about my life and stuff. Their life, not my
Oh,
life.
okay.
Yeah, I mean they kind of.
Podcast and stuff.
I
They
have
say
to
something.
go. Also, I'll be back later.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's usually a little bigger right now, but it's.
Yeah. I figured we could try it out like this. You guys could see what it's like.
Yay.
You guys could see what I could see.
I got you, homie.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, that's you.
That's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
I thought
man.
someone was calling me homie.
So yeah, I'm kind of excited to do the showcase just because.
It's a lot of fun. I did the one back in December.
Yeah.
You haven't done one?
No,
You
and
like
I refused to ask Butch to be on it,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm not gonna kiss ass. I would say.
Sure.
I was like, I'll just, if he sees my stuff and he thinks I'm funny, then cool. But I'm not gonna approach him and be like, hey, put me, you know.
Yeah.
How about putting me on one of these shows or whatever? I'd rather not do that.
Yeah.
I'd rather just let my actions drive
Sure.
me. So. But I've never
That's
been
what
that type of guy, which might not be the best side of why I.
It's a balance. Some people are way too fucking like pushy and like, hey, I need to get on the show. Will you book
Yeah.
me and stuff like that. And other people, you know, like you want to be somewhere in the middle. You want to be able to ask for what you want, but not be a fucking dick about it.
I guess I just don't know that.
It works. Yet. It works for some of those people. I mean,
it does, but I feel like you're gonna hit a ceiling though, because like if you aren't funny, you know, if you're funny and you're pushy, sure, you can get away with it. But if you're not funny, it's only gonna take you so far.
You know what I don't mind asking? I don't mind asking my fellow comedians who like go to different places for advice on, you know, how they got that show, or even if I could just go with them, like, what's his name? The guy, he was supposed to be here. God, Andrew. You know Andrew?
Yeah,
Barton.
Andrew Barton.
Yeah, Andrew Barton. He was telling me how he goes to Oklahoma to do shows with somebody that he knows, and I was asking him, you know, hey, you know, you mind if I go with you one time just to see how it is, and I don't want to, you know, I don't have to be on stage, and even though it's like quite a bit of a drive, it's more like for the experience.
Sure.
You want to see it.
Yeah.
I was like, but I don't mind asking them, hey, you know, once you get to know these people, whoever you're hanging out with, maybe I can go up sooner or later, you know, do a quick 3 to 5 minutes. I don't mind asking like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit here and ask like somebody who actually puts together shows and who could be like a little bit of an authority figure as far as comedy goes.
Yeah, gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Fuck
it's not really
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I like. If I start doing that, I'll start feeling like I'm starting to not do comedy for the right reasons.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Just be funny. Be like Jim Gaffigan. Heard it from someone who heard it from someone.
Yeah.
I heard from Pete Holmes who heard it from Jim Gaffigan. Be undeniable. And like that's what it's about. Just be funny. Be so funny that people can't not book you.
That is true.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm really not a big fan of Jim Gaffigan.
Who doesn't like Jim Gaffigan?
I don't know. I don't really think he's that funny.
Did you think he was? Have you ever thought he was funny?
I tried to listen to it, but not really. A few here and there. That one that he did about a baby. I was like, that's not.
Yeah. Well, everything's hit or miss. Either works for you.
You know, what is kind of, in my mind, kind of funny. The reason why I really got into comedy, you know, I started listening to a lot of comedy podcasts. Or no, I started listening to comedy through Napster.
You know?
Yes.
And
I'm listening. We're listening.
no, we just got to come back. And so I started listening to comedy a lot at work, and then I started listening to Joe Rogan podcast, and they talked a lot about it, about, you know, and they had a bunch of beginner comics on there and whatnot. Not like beginner, like, you know, some veterans have been doing it for a couple of years, but still not like all big in the comedy world. But the reason why I think it's funny, I really don't think Joe Rogan's that funny.
True.
Like his stand up I really don't. It's alright, but I don't think it's like funny.
Not for me.
Right, I agree too.
But
I like him though. I like his podcast.
Yeah, but I
I'll
love
listen
listening to his
occasionally.
podcast, and I love listening when he has people on
Yeah.
there. What is that?
Turn off your fucking phone.
It's not a phone. It's an alert.
Oh, what?
For what?
Zodiac just subscribed.
Oh, okay.
Is it Zoe Deschanel?
No.
Oh.
Zodiac.
What was that? What's the
Zodiac.
Zoe
That's
Deschanel?
an
Right.
actress.
No.
You don't know her?
Oh, Zoe Deschanel.
I'll pull
Yeah.
up a picture. Isn't she
Zodiac.
like a new girl?
Is that like a person who was made by that Chanel company?
Mm-mm.
No.
I have a fetish that Zoe Deschanel's a library, and instead of the Dewey Decimal System, it's the Zoe Deschanel system.
What is she on?
New Girl. Right?
Elf.
I don't watch that.
You've seen Elf?
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen Elf. What's
Elf.
she on Elf?
She has black hair on Elf, or brown, but
The Will Ferrell movie, right?
yeah, she's the girl.
The girl that he likes?
Yeah.
The one that he stalks in the bathroom?
Uh-huh.
That was a great scene.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Very
The way-
the time. It doesn't fly in the Me Too era.
No, not at all. That Me Too stuff is crazy right now.
Is that what we're about to start talking about?
Yeah.
The
'Cause I'm about
Me
to change.
Too era.
I'm about to change
The Me
this
Too
subject.
era. Please explain yourself. Why is it an era?
Yeah, you're
These
the one who
things-
said it.
Yeah.
I just said the Me Too things going on is kind of
Me
crazy.
Too era, please.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the era of Me Too. Like this is the era where fucking shit stops, and that's That's all there is
I
to
think you're trying to
explain.
save yourself a lot.
Yeah.
No, I'm.
Can Me Too?
pro
Okay,
women.
wait. Can Me Too
Pro
happen to
women.
guys?
It happens to everybody.
Yeah, it can happen to guys.
Okay, cause I feel like I had a Me Too moment when I was younger. Cause I didn't I
This
had
is
a-
like this
I
is
had
like
a
a white
prostate.
guy being like, people have discriminated against me too. You know, I didn't get into college because of affirmative action.
What, you
Well,
mean a
you
guy
know,
talking about his
it's because your
moment?
GPS sucked.
That's not the same thing. It's not
No,
the same thing.
here's what happened to me.
Let's hear it, let's hear
But
it.
let's hear it, yeah.
I was 20 and I had a doctor and he told me I needed to have my prostate exam. So I was like, okay. And of course he did his thing and I felt awkward and my ass was in the air. And then later on I find out you don't need to have that done to you like in your 40s or something. So what was that doctor doing to me?
She saw some something in you, a little
What?
twinkle in your eye.
I don't know. I was kind of horrified.
What were you wearing?
Yeah.
You were probably
How
asking
did
for
you,
it.
were you rolling your R's? What were you doing?
I
What
was
were
roll
you?
my R's. I'm Mexican. That's what I do.
Were you asking for it?
I might have. I don't know. I mean, I was wearing, it was during the era Britney Spears was hot, so I was wearing those stockings and the little dress, little plaid skirt.
Yeah. How long ago was this?
Oh, when I was 20.
Dude, Rudy's old.
2002, 2003?
Wow.
He was 20 in 2002.
I don't think so.
Do you remember the doctor? Call him and ask him.
I don't remember, but I do know he had a creepy mustache.
You should call him and ask him. If you can find him, I would ask him. Like, hey,
Why did
what were you
why
doing? Yeah.
Why did you?
What were you doing?
I felt like I had my hand that rocks the cradle moment. You seen that?
No.
You never seen the hand that rocks the cradle? What about you, Scott? Nobody?
You can, if you have to ask a question, I just assume I haven't, because I haven't.
It's like one of the creepiest movies about. Okay, I forget her name. Can you look it up real quick?
Yeah.
The hand that rocks the cradle. This is a chick. She goes to the doctor. The doctor takes off his glove and molests her vagina while he's doing a medical procedure.
Mm-hmm.
And she feels violated. So when she leaves, she snitches him out.
Is it a Lifetime movie? Okay, no, go ahead.
I mean,
keep
it
going.
probably was on Lifetime
Yeah.
after it came out in theaters,
Keep
but it was
going.
actually a pretty good movie. Mm-hmm. And then the girl rats him out, and then other girls jump in, and they're like, "Yeah, he did that to me too." And then he commits suicide.
Mm-hmm.
So his wife goes like batshit crazy, and she
Did she say that shit crazy or did she say that shit cray?
she said, "No, that shit crazy wasn't around."
It was back then.
No.
I don't know why I did that, but it was back then.
She'll say that shit was whack. That was whack. So she finds the original woman who turned her husband in, becomes a babysitter for her, because I guess she puts out an ad for like a nanny,
Mm-hmm.
and she applies for that, and of course she changed kind of the way she looked, but she didn't have to do much because she didn't know who she was. But she slowly starts like taking over the wife persona. Like she starts breastfeeding the kid, and the mom starts freaking out, and like I think she ends up she stabs the husband. I think she tries to seduce the husband, and they're like, "What the hell's going on?" And then later on, they find out who she really was, and it's a pretty creepy movie. It's one of those movies where you find out like how crazy women can be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really expecting to be like, that movie sucks. It actually sounds pretty good though.
No, it's actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah. Sounds like it's up my alley.
I saw. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Annabella Sharo. Who was the husband? Yeah, that really didn't tell us much, huh?
Yeah, I remember the story. I saw it definitely came on Lifetime once, and I didn't finish it, but I remember.
Yeah,
Watched a lot of Lifetime?
So that's what.
No,
that,
it was
so
just
that's
on
what I was
TV.
saying. Like I felt like the doctor was back there.
I was in a
took his
hotel. I
glove
traveled a lot.
off.
Traveling comedian here.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't for comedy, but I was being funny while I was on the road. It counts.
If you're a comedian and you're a traveling
I'm
comedian,
a traveling
right?
comedian. That's what I
Yeah.
said.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I traveled for Fort Worth. Does that count?
No.
I always tell people I'm
Why
a
not?
driving comedian because I go to open mics so much.
But it's true though. If you go to Hyenas more, they move you up more. Like I did
Yeah.
5 minutes
Mhm.
last time. I've been getting put on the second blog, so hopefully maybe one day I'll be on the first blog.
Yep.
But I mean, it's not a big deal. I do whatever I do.
I did notice though,
Oh,
when I was
first
consistent for a few weeks, I was going up earlier, and then I dropped off and I came back. So yeah.
I think Eric, the guy who makes the list, I think he just starts recognizing you more and more.
Mm-hmm.
He recognizes your name.
Yeah.
Pops
I had
up.
an embarrassing moment though when I first asked her to be on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Anna B was there.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know she was a comedian.
Yeah.
And when I was asking her if she wanted to be on the podcast, she was like, I guess she threw a hint out there that, let me know that she was a comedian, but I didn't catch it in time.
Well,
Your
it
hand is right in
wasn't.
my face, bro. Wash your hands.
So sorry.
No, it was just the way you
did
came
find,
into. Like I was talking to Anna B, and he just walks in, and
It's like,
well, you make it
hey,
seem
Anna,
like
get out of here.
no, that's exactly what it looked like. You might not have realized it, because I'm sure you knew what you were gonna come ask me when you came to me, right?
Mhm.
So you were like, so all we see is just this guy who walks in like, hey, you want to be on my podcast? And you started saying where it got. The reason I brought up Anna was because you started saying something about you don't find a lot of it's just female comedians or something like that. And then I was like,
well, yeah.
And so I started trying to introduce you to Anna, and I was like, wait, why? I was like, have you been on there? Because what are you saying? Because she's a comedian and she's a girl and she's funny and
I didn't know.
and then he just kept dismissing it. Like, no, but like you.
No, but like real comedian. Like you don't see a real comedian.
No, I want the
You
real.
don't see like,
No.
I want.
Somebody-
Look, I needed.
I've seen you at open mics twice. I know you're legit.
I needed to get a woman, and I was like, I get a black woman, so that's even better. I need
two birds, one
diversity.
stone. Yeah.
Anna's
So,
just
yeah.
as diverse as me, but yeah, no, I
Well, I mean,
I figured
to
you didn't know
Mexican
after a
is-
little while. Yeah.
To you, she's diverse. To me, she's just another Hispanic girl.
Right.
So,
Mm.
I mean, it is. I guess it would be diverse.
Build the wall.
Build that wall.
Build it.
That
Build
wall's
it.
so
Build the
silly,
wall,
though.
they will come. That's what they say, right, in the Bible? Proverbs.
Nope.
I have no idea what this is.
Chapter
in the Bible.
7,
Yep.
verse 12. Don't look that up. I don't.
That's no.
Actually, I don't have a problem with them building the wall. I mean, I don't really think it's gonna do.
They
much.
just need to put a gate, just so people can like come in and out. Like,
There's
I don't
gotta be
have a wall.
gates.
Yeah, there's
you're
gotta
gonna,
be gates.
you're
yeah.
gonna, yeah,
Doors.
you're gonna be able to go through.
Yeah.
What they should do is like build a wall and then build a fence behind it, and then put a couple T-Rex in that area, like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And then build another wall. So like if you cross over, you'd have to get past the T-Rexes first
Sure.
before you can get into America.
Be pretty easy to do though, because T-Rexes they don't run. Because if they tipped over, they wouldn't be able to get up because they're tiny arms. This is scientifically accurate.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
That's why all their bones are laying down. Now I know why they just stayed there.
They just, they're just like,
Just lay down.
we'll be right here a couple thousand years, don't take a nap.
But if you really wanna like make an impact, do some velociraptors. Is what I'm saying.
They can climb.
Could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
also
can.
are smart. They're
They
too
can
smart.
climb.
You need a dummy like a T-Rex.
Like now
I say
they can.
Mexicans
Could they
are
in the
smarter,
first ones
though. They can
though?
go underground. They just use
I don't
tunnels.
think they could in
I
the
mean,
first one.
You know what's funny though?
No
Okay,
more
I don't know if
walls.
it's funny or not, but when they're saying build that wall to keep the Mexicans out, but then I heard on the news that there's like a bunch of Salvadorians in South America.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not even the Mexicans that are
Central
trying to
Americans,
come
yeah.
over here. It's all the damn Central American people.
America just needs to build a wall around all of America. From the oceans,
Just
To the
close
prairies?
yourselves in. Or I say
From the
yourselves.
oceans
Ourselves,
to
why
the-
not?
leave out
I
Florida.
mean, trying to keep everybody out, might as well just
You gotta leave out Florida.
build a wall. Yeah. Well, cut off
Yeah.
Florida,
Yeah,
yeah.
cut off Florida.
Take Alabama,
That's what we should.
y'all
Yeah.
cut off Alabama right there.
Georgia.
Redo that whole
Fuck
Louisiana
Florida.
purchase. I don't even know how that whole thing works.
I don't
But
know
Yeah,
either.
let's just rebuy it, refinance it. I don't know.
Hey France, you want that shit back? That's who it's from.
Yeah,
I just like showing off my
Good for
history
you. I'm
knowledge.
happy.
Yeah.
I love American history,
Very
but
smart guy.
I don't remember a lot of it.
I don't remember a lot of it either. I mean, honestly, I was pretty drunk and high through a lot of high school.
Wow,
Yeah.
high school.
Mm-hmm.
When did it start?
When I was 15, I didn't really. Damn, fruit flies. I didn't really get into drinking too much until like my junior year. But even then, It's because I lived with my sister in Iowa, and I didn't have any parents. They were here in Texas, and so I was like, well, I'm working a full-time job, even though it's supposed to be part-time because I'm still in school, but I didn't really have any authority figures, and we just hung out.
Yeah.
And Iowa's pretty boring, so we just.
I mean, I had parents and did about the same thing a year later. So
Yeah.
high schoolers will do that. So you started smoking and then you started drinking?
Yeah.
Same.
I smoked before I drank.
For
Wow,
sure.
you guys.
For sure.
Proud. Interesting. That's good. I didn't
When'd
drink.
you start?
I didn't. I don't drink or smoke. But I started.
I don't drink either.
No. Not in high school though. I guess I didn't have any desire. I wasn't really. My friends didn't do that.
You were probably popular. That's why.
No. I was busy.
Smart.
I was
She
playing.
smart. She was playing sports.
I was in stuff. I was in activities, and I had
3.8
my brother was born when I
GPA.
was a junior, my baby brother. So
Oh, shit.
that took up most of my time. I mean, I loved him. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and
So
actually,
you were 16, 17?
And your,
When you're...
yeah.
and your parents are
16.
still getting it on?
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
like...
my dad just turned 62 last week.
Stepdad,
but yeah,
my
dad.
sister was 18 when I was born. And that's like the first time I've met anybody that's that much of an age difference. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
It's awesome.
If we're talking about siblings, I'm the third youngest for my family.
Mhm.
But from what I can remember, by the time I start having memories, my 3 older siblings were already out of the house. So they're like, one of them's 18 years older than me, the other one's 19, and the other one's
Shit.
21.
Wow.
What's with this room?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I still have 2 younger brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, my 2 little brothers.
I've always had people like siblings around me for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Typical Mexican family. My mom had 9 kids.
Damn.
Yeah. They all survived. That's why we have so many. She has so many.
You know, the Mexican birth rate is down to 1.8 per woman.
Now?
Yeah,
Is
which
that
is
an
the same
average?
as in America. Yeah.
I love that you know all these numbers. But you kind of
That's right.
is that oh my god, that's like ammo for white people. Like you have to know facts.
Do you?
Right?
Yeah.
Don't you guys have to, because you're like constantly defending yourself. You're just like, no. Black people are 14% of the U.S. population.
Just don't go by Trump's. Just don't go by Trump's quotes.
Huge.
Yeah.
No, like it's impressive. I love it. I love actual.
I just heard it yesterday.
No.
So,
Or retain it.
yeah.
It's good to know. Or just throw it out now and you probably never need it again.
Probably not.
Forget it.
Now it's proven that I'm smart
It's useful. I'm impressed. You got me.
on YouTube.
Does that make you smart, or does that just make you know knowledge that's really not
Informed.
useful?
Informed. No.
Retaining information is an intelligent thing to do.
Okay, but retaining useful
bring-
information?
bringing
Or
it
just
up.
retaining anything?
Bringing it up in appropriate situations,
Like podcasts.
knowing when to bring it up. Yeah, it's a smart thing to do.
Okay.
It's a good way to practice your comedy, like knowing.
Sure.
Yeah.
See, and they say marijuana affects the brain. Scott's doing pretty good.
I'll
No,
stop.
no,
I see.
right.
If I wanted to smoke weed, I'd be just as dumb as I am now.
I'm on Adderall right now.
I beg to differ.
What are you trying to say? I'd be smarter?
Not you.
Oh.
Sorry, my voice wasn't.
Yeah, it did. I was like, wait a minute.
You know your shit about me?
No, I'm just saying. I don't want to disclose that I partake, but no, I've noticed a difference in my.
Memory banks?
Yes. Oh yes.
Like, yeah, like when
Like I
you
don't
were
even.
high.
When people talk all this shit about it, I'm like, no, you're right, but I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Opportunity cost. I don't know.
Like when you're high, you aren't gonna remember as much stuff like later, but I don't feel like it affects your memory overall.
Overall.
Yeah. So if you're not high, but you smoked last night, you're gonna have the same recall as a normal person, or as you normally. I feel like.
Possibly. I don't know. It's an interesting study.
Maybe it depends on the person because
It
I've
does.
experienced it differently.
Really?
Yeah. Just different. Maybe it has something to do with my age. Maybe it does
How
have
old are
something to
you?
do with my age. I'm 28, but I mean, when I was younger, working for a different company, I mean, drawing numbers, all you had to do was list a project, and I would give you every single drawing related to that.
Yeah.
And these are aircraft seats with 2,000 parts on it, and I knew just about most of the parts. Now I can't even tell you, but I'm telling people that it's a choice. Like, oh, numbers are useless. Like, why do I need to keep all these numbers in my head when I can just look them up?
Yeah.
But I don't think that
It's
if
faster.
I tried to, I could. Yeah, I don't think I could.
Yeah, you have an interesting career. What is it exactly that you do?
I'm a mechanical engineer.
Mechanical engineer.
Yeah. On paper.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but right now I am working for a company that makes industrial brakes. So we put brakes on stuff, just large equipment, and I do calculations and put the
See
brakes
when,
on stuff.
like, you test it out, see when it's going to stop.
Yeah, so people will come to me and say, hey, we're building this Ferris wheel, and they'll give me all the load information, like, this is how many seats, this is the weight, all the stuff, and I do all the load calculations. And I'll say, if it's moving this fast, this is the brake you need to stop it at, worst case scenario, this, whatever. Blah, blah.
So what's your liability if shit goes wrong?
Well,
come down and just point.
I know.
Yeah,
Do
it
you
was
just-
her. It was her.
no.
Okay.
No, because, for one, there is a huge safety factor. Like, we take stuff like that seriously. Yeah. Like, if it involves people in any way, because we do things for, like, just equipment, like bottling plants and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But if it involves people, you don't understand, there's so many professionals that have to sign off on stuff where
Unless you're
it's not a
Schlitterbahn,
problem.
who, you heard about this shit?
Yes, I did.
What? I think I heard about it, but
A bunch of people died, like 3 people died on one of their water slides up in Kansas. And it's because they didn't have an engineer look at it at all. Or something like that.
A lot of them don't. Like, you guys be careful. Like,
That's
what
fucked
I found with working with this company is, like, with amusement parks or those places, like carnivals or whatever, the traveling ones.
Yeah.
Most of them, they're coming to me now and saying, hey, new safety regulations, we gotta put brakes on these things. No, really. And so I'm asking all these questions, like, well, just give me, because they can't tell me, like, I'm like, okay, well, what's the load? Like, well, we don't know. We've had this equipment for like 10 years or whatever. I'm like, well, give me all the previous brake information and I'll try to see if I can use that. And they're like, oh, no, it didn't have brakes here before, but the new rules say that we gotta put brakes on them, so that's why we're coming to you. I'm like, wait, y'all didn't have brakes on this thing for 10 years?
What did you do? Are we supposed to just stick a piece of rod in there and just slow down?
There are some, I haven't seen it with people, but there are some companies that come to us and they're like, we've been holding it up with a rod and a piece of wood for a couple years.
Those traveling...
But
those traveling carnival thingies, I've never trusted those.
they
I
work.
just
I
don't
don't
like
want
the
to
way
scare
they look
anybody,
and-
but
I'm
there are some.
Look,
go to
there's
them
a
all the
reason
time.
why there are only Hispanics that go to them, okay?
I go to them. Fuck you.
Everyone goes to them.
No.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or mostly Hispanics, but no.
Yeah, Scott, you
go
go
to them.
there.
Yeah,
If they come to the white neighborhoods, I'll go.
But they don't. That's what I'm telling you.
No, but the good ones do.
What good ones are there? I've only seen the ones like right there by Park Row or Pioneer.
I don't know, the ones that go to Birdville High School parking lot. I feel like you can trust those.
Are you from this area?
Northerton Hills.
Oh. Okay.
Ooh. Just moved from Mansfield.
Ooh.
So excited to get out of there.
Mansfield.
Did you have a house down there?
Yeah.
Mansfield.
I hear like a lot of those houses are kind of old, or not kind of old, but they're kind of, was it a newer house or an older house?
No.
Newer. Did they build it like on any kind of property that was there before? Because I knew this nurse.
I'm selling my house right now, so I don't want you to talk any shit. Mansfield's a great place. Great for families. Great for single people.
Are you like the spokesman for everything? Fuck Mansfield.
Selling my house, bro.
Dude, I'm single. Tell them about me. Tell them about me real quick. We were just advertising everything.
Funniest person I've ever met.
She's always willing to buy drinks for the males.
Stop it.
She'll buy a drink.
Never
for
bought
the
me a
guy.
drink.
Well, she's not trying to take you out.
Am
Well,
I?
maybe now that you're not.
Wait, am I
single.
willing to buy drinks for males?
Shut
Is that
up,
what-
yeah,
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
Talking you up.
I'm talking you up.
Tell them.
Hair always looks.
Tell 'em all about
What's
it.
that word they say?
On fleek.
On fleek. Yeah.
That's what
hair
you were
always
looking
looks
for?
On fleek.
Stop it.
Look at that
Yeah,
white
well.
boy hits me up with a
Stop.
slang.
Hey, I told you, he has to have this shit handy.
He does.
If somebody ever calls him racist, he's gonna be like, no.
I know
I'm fleek. Yeah.
Scott, you're very trendy, like up to trends, aren't you?
Nah.
I think you are. You knew who that person was a minute ago. That Kylie B, collard greens.
Wow, collard greens or Cardi B? Who's racist here?
Anime?
You said that black
Anime a
chick or
friend of
that
mine?
black?
I didn't say anything about. I didn't say anything about colored person.
Was it a colored girl or was it a vegetable? Was it a colored
colored
vegetable?
green?
It was. I don't know who that girl was. We talked. You showed me a picture about her.
Zoe
Zoe Deschanel?
Yeah, like,
That wasn't even black.
No, but I'm saying that's like to know who she is. You have to be up to trend or whatever. What
Yeah,
did
she was hot like 10 years ago.
Yeah. People, I guess some people just remember.
Like for you, because you're old as shit. What are you, 42?
No, I'm not 42.
Like,
basically that.
Like, do you know who?
Don't make me call you a Hebrew person.
I'm not even a brew.
The other word that I'm not supposed to say because it's technically a slang.
Slur.
A slur.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Jew's not a racial slur.
It's not?
No, that's the name of a people.
Oh,
That's the
damn.
name. Like, it's the Jewish
That's
people.
how you say it, though.
It is.
Yeah, that's with everything, though.
Yeah.
Certain things, okay, wait, I take that back. No, I'm just be quiet. You hear me?
I hope
Whatever
you know.
you've believed up until this point, you just keep believing that.
But
Yeah.
you know, we joke around with you, and I just say that a lot, that you look like a Jew.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I'm just doing it for comedy reasons. I really don't think you.
It's so funny.
What's
to
wrong
be
with looking like
anti-Semitic.
a...
So
Well,
funny.
he gets so like I mean like.
You don't like it?
He gets very defensive.
I'm not a Jew.
Express yourself, man. Listen up.
But your voice gets really high.
Listen up. Express yourself. No one's gonna be hurt.
Jews are some of my favorite people, and that's why, like, I imitate them.
Argument.
No, I like
Argument.
like Larry David is like one of my heroes, and his voice goes high, and so I have a lot of Larry David's mannerisms. If you look at me on stage, I do similar things to Larry David, so that's why, like in this instance,
Do you
your
dress
voice
like Larry
goes high.
David? You know he's like 60 something, right?
I don't dress like Larry David.
I don't know who Larry David is.
You don't know Larry
No,
David?
I probably do, but I don't.
Co-creator of Seinfeld?
No, dude, no.
He's a
I grew up
billionaire.
in Nigeria. Leave me alone. I don't know who fucking whatever that guy is.
Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Seinfeld.
Look,
You know
When I think
Seinfeld?
Seinfeld, I remember racist something that happened on stage.
Yeah, Michael Richards.
Yeah, so
He's
yeah,
look.
Seinfeld. That's what comes to mind. So no, I don't know who that guy is.
Larry David is a very well known for his writing of Seinfeld. Also, he did.
Say it again?
Seinfeld.
Okay.
Shut up. But he, like, as far as like who he is, a lot of people don't know what he actually looks like unless you actually keep up with,
He was on SNL. Like, I feel like
He was on SNL.
Yeah, like I whenever people ask questions, I say I probably do.
You know
don't.
Bernie
Let's move on.
Sanders?
Why do I do know.
he
who
looks
he
like
is.
Bernie Sanders.
No, Bernie's.
There you
Well, I
go.
guess he can.
Oh, I feel like I've seen that guy somewhere, but
Yeah, I don't dress like him at all.
he hasn't impacted my life in any way, so I don't.
He's a
He's
very
one of
good
my
guy.
heroes.
He's a pretty smart.
How long did you live in Nigeria for?
Almost 10 years.
Holy
Did you
shit.
grow up there?
Is it what?
Were you born there?
No.
You just were there
Yep.
for years?
I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, and then my parents moved us to
Oh,
Nigeria.
now I feel bad about
Oh,
saying
yeah.
cut Georgia off.
No, take it off. Yeah, why did you want to cut Georgia off, though, if you don't mind me asking?
I've never been there. Just prejudice.
Okay.
Not a fan.
No,
Okay.
that's good.
I don't like any state I haven't been to, basically.
Okay. Georgia was just the first one that came to mind. Yeah.
Well, we were talking about Florida, Alabama, Georgia's next.
Yeah. Okay. We all have our reasons, which makes so much sense. You said Florida. I don't want to know why. I said Alabama.
I think we all know why.
You said Atlanta. You tell us why. Or you said Georgia. My bad. I'm guessing Atlanta.
Where were you at again, though?
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
I tried to hook me up with some Nigerian women before. They are hard
Some
to get with.
Nigerian women before.
I tried to.
Why?
They're
Are they
hard.
They're hard to get?
Yeah, they're very hard to get.
You just went to where did you go? Where they were?
I used to work at a hospital.
Like, excess Nigerian women.
You
circles.
would. You were a nurse.
I used to, yeah, I was. I used to work
I
at a
can
hospital.
see you in scrubs right now.
And I
Dressing him with my eyes.
I don't
at
want
the
no
hospital.
scrubs.
There was a lot of.
Nigerian women don't want no scrubs. Sorry.
Well,
but-
they end up going to school and putting them on. So,
Probably hang
But
out.
you tried and they just turned you down?
Yeah,
Pass
mainly
your side
because
of
I
your
wasn't their
best friends,
religion. They were always not Muslim. Is it Muslim?
Christian or Muslim? It's
Yeah,
almost
probably
50-50.
Muslim.
It's close enough to where it's half and half.
And they weren't feeling that I wasn't Muslim.
Okay,
Yeah.
but that's with any women. You're not gonna go to Middle East and have a Muslim woman try to date you if you're not in her religion.
Yeah, but I kind of look like them, so they might just think that I'm Muslim.
But they won't when they
Nah.
find out though.
Man, why are you crushing my heart?
I'm just saying it's women in general. I mean,
You don't.
I
it's
get
just-
American women no problem. They're like, oh, I'm Catholic, but I don't care how
Yeah,
much
Catholics
I
aren't-
drink.
but there are people that
Catholics
that,
are basically atheists.
No, yeah, I know what I know
Yeah,
what you're
Fuck
saying.
the Catholics.
So, because I was gonna
God
say,
damn. God damn, Scott.
I thought you were just gonna say that they didn't like you. Because I was gonna say that's not. I would look at you and think, okay, no, I could
No, don't.
I can see other Nigerian women maybe, but if you bring up religion, then of course, like they're big on that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's a big deal. It's mostly families. Like even if the girls or with the women that you were speaking to were okay with it, they're gonna picture a future with where their families have to eventually meet you, and they're like, nah, man, I don't want no,
Nah,
I don't want no problems, and cut you up. And
Oh, nice.
Interesting though.
Yeah,
Nigerian nurses all over.
quite a bit, yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Are
A
there?
lot of doctors, too.
A lot of Nigerians in the medical profession.
What hospital did you work at?
Arlington Memorial?
You're not there anymore.
No.
Where's the warehouse? You weren't paying attention?
Yeah. I mean, you could have 2 jobs, 3 jobs. You're
Sure.
I thought
not
about
white,
going
so
back
you
to the
could.
medical field,
Yeah.
but I don't want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine where I'm at. I like doing comedy on the side.
Mm-hmm.
That's another job.
Yeah.
We all have 2 jobs.
I don't really see
And
comedy
that's
as
what
a job.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really?
no, I have too much fun for it to be.
Yeah,
work.
and you don't put in a lot of hours. You aren't hitting like the mics that I'm hitting. You know what I mean?
Maybe. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna say like you don't care about your craft as much.
Oh,
Scotty with
That-
the shot.
Is it that, or is it because I don't have to disguise my time usage by going to a mic, so I'm not sitting at home alone with my own thoughts?
Ooh, shit.
Ah. Got me.
Ants with the comeback on the divorcee.
I didn't mean to go there.
I'm
That one
sorry.
hurt.
Does that still
That
get
one
to you?
hurt. No, like I make fun of it. I make jokes about it.
But if other people make jokes
But I mean,
about
that-
it,
Other
could be-
people make jokes about it. It's fine.
and it's okay.
It's still raw though. Like I still hurt over it, but like
Uh-huh.
I have the like I'm a comedian. I can fucking
Go ahead,
take
make
it.
a fat joke.
I've got the thick skin.
Come on,
I
make a fat joke.
don't have any fucking fat jokes.
Oh.
I wish I had some fat jokes.
Yeah, I know you got some nigga jokes. Come on, hit me with one. Oh, can we? I know you got. Do you love vinegar? I know you. Y'all, what are y'all like mayonnaise and vinegar people? Like, I know you got some mayonnaise joke. Can I, Allie, move on. Yeah. I'm
So
just
you guys
trying
gonna
to-
watch that
yeah.
Winnie the Pooh movie that's coming out? The live action Winnie the Pooh with the real Tigger?
I'm so
No?
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, they're making a live action Winnie the Pooh movie.
No, it's not. It's called Christopher Robin.
But it's
That's not
the
Billboard
Winnie
for
the
it.
Pooh movie.
No, it's about Christopher Robin.
Who?
It's literally in the name Christopher Robin.
Nobody's going to watch it about him though. It's all about Winnie the Pooh and the gang.
No.
If they weren't in it, and people were like Christopher Robin after he grew up, and then people were like, I don't want to watch that boring crap.
You know, A. Millen is like one of my favorite poets.
Okay.
You know A. Millen? He's the author of Christopher Robin.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wherever I go. there's
Your
always
parents
good.
read to you a lot
It's
when you
always
were a kid,
good.
didn't they?
I was homeschooled.
Ah.
So yes, I see why you retained your education, because
Yeah, no.
us that went to public school,
No one
there's
gives a
so
shit.
much crap going
Yeah.
around. We never really.
I went to public school too. I don't want to come off like some some loser or anything.
Some smart kid.
I went to
Yeah.
no like I went to
Loser?
I was
whose parents could afford
Like
for
when I
them
was
not to go to school.
when I was in the call, I was homeschooled, and I left, and I went to a Christian school, and then I made fun of a lot there. Shout out CCA, fuck you guys. And then
Shout outs hard, especially for somebody who's kind of an outsider.
shout outs are hard.
Childhood
Oh yeah,
is hard.
Yeah.
For school, yeah, especially with school.
Yeah.
I felt that a lot when I moved to Iowa.
Yeah, you don't seem like someone who would be in Iowa.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Not because of like your race either. You got snake bites, you got tattoos.
Why did I get that when I was 8 when I moved?
I know, but you're the type of person who ended up getting that. So like that's.
I think I got this because of all
But
that.
yeah, maybe it was as a result of all of that.
See,
yeah.
I'm more of a nature guy.
Nature?
Nature versus nurture. So I feel like he would have been like this no matter where he grew up.
No.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Predestination?
Some things possibly,
Nothing?
but not.
I think it's
Destiny?
not always.
Like, you don't believe in any of those?
I do believe in it, but I think that there are multiple paths to your destiny.
Yeah.
I don't think that something as simple as a snake bite is part of his. It was written like, oh, you're gonna get this one day, or you're gonna have tattoos. I think that it's
I feel like
it's
it
something
was.
bigger. Than,
It's like
I feel like everything that you've done, you were supposed to do.
No. For me, like as far as piercings go, I got into piercings because I felt like, well, I had a friend who had a couple of them, and she was like, "Why don't you get one?" I was like, I wasn't really that big into it, but I went ahead and got my tongue pierced, and then I was like, it's different.
Your tongue was the first piercing?
Yeah, that's right. Because I wanted women to know that I'm into cunnilingus.
Okay, you could have just told them when you were texting them or whatever.
Yeah, it's like I like looking
before
pussy.
This is the way to go.
Actually,
You could just walk up to them and say, "Hey, I love eating pussy."
Yeah, like put that in a post thing.
No.
Write it on your shirt.
I didn't have to.
Like, where are we?
Put it in a postcard. Mail it from France.
Well, I wish you guys were around when I was a kid, okay? I was taking notes
I
then.
was around. I was
Jesus.
12.
We were
or
just.
20.
I was a prayer request, okay.
What does that mean?
My parents were like going through the process. I'm sure.
A prayer request?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
They were praying for me.
Really? People do that?
Yeah.
Pray to have a kid?
Yeah. I was. Yeah.
Some people can't have kids. Like some people have to try to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's like hard for you to believe.
It is hard for me to believe. I guess it's just in me to just know that kids are gonna pop out. So
My aunt, we just celebrated my cousin's first birthday last weekend, and she's been married for 15 years. My cousin just turned 1. This is her first kid.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. She has gone through so many processes, like the whole like in vitro and all the but yeah, 13 years. She finally got pregnant. Isn't that crazy?
That means it's like
she was trying too. The whole time.
that it's a true stereotype with Hispanics that you just pop out kids left and right because we seem to have no problem having kids.
No, the Mexican birth rate is
depends.
1.8 per.
Well, now it is, but I'm pretty sure that's by choice.
Yeah,
I think the reason
it's a person by person, it's a case by case basis.
Exactly. The reason I think that is because my grandfather, her dad had 10 brothers and sisters, my aunt and uncles, same family, all same mom, same dad, and everyone else in her family, they have at least 3 kids. And it was her and her sister, and I mean, 8 of her siblings, they all have kids, and they're all.
Maybe it's just that we don't talk about it. If someone can't have kids, we just don't talk about it. We just keep trying to go at it.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. But I know this for sure that my grandparents had kids.
Yeah, I know that for sure too.
Shut up. Because shut up, man. Because they never knew.
I was like, I'm gonna let this slide.
They were never sure which ones were gonna make it, so they would have more kids. I think they had like. I had like an uncle and aunt that died at an older age.
Older age?
No, like not older age. God damn it.
Young when they were babies.
Yeah, they died when they were kids.
Yeah.
So
I had an aunt who died when she was 3.
Yeah.
Out in Kansas.
in Kansas.
Yeah.
Why?
Fuck hard with the Midwest. I don't know. She had she was born with I think birth defects or something, and
You sure maybe like
didn't make it.
somebody didn't. Never mind, I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah, she I think they kept her in the attic or something. Like, and then my mom was born. They're like, good, a good one. And then,
Yeah. And then they go up to check on her.
and
Oh,
they're like,
Oh my god.
must have passed.
This one's got all her limbs. We'll keep this one. Yeah, I lost 2 siblings, but I mean that kind of stuff was kind of common in Nigeria. Like you meet people, like if someone gets pregnant, you're like, oh, congratulations and good luck. Like it was a normal thing to say to somebody.
I see that on Hallmark cards. congratulations, good luck.
Yeah. Like, but it was like shit. Like, you better hope you get a good doctor or.
I mean, you can't
Stay
take it
away
for
from
granted anyway.
Stay
Because,
away
like,
from the crocodile.
Right.
Texas has the highest, like, infant mortality rate in the whole United States. So, you can't, like...
Yeah.
You know,
nothing's a sealed deal.
True. But you know what pisses me off? That people still don't learn how to take your kids out of the car in Texas heat.
Dude.
Dude. It pisses me off
Yeah.
so much.
I get it, though. Like, I've never left my kids in
I
the
don't
car.
get it.
I leave shit in the car all the time, though.
It's not a thing.
It's not shit.
It's not a shit.
I know,
but yes,
but I
get it,
know
yeah.
the like mentality, like the mindset. I care about my kids, but if you don't care about your kids that much,
Yeah.
you know, maybe
yeah.
you just forget them.
I just don't feel like, look, you should have died instead of your kids.
Sure.
Not you, but you know. It's like,
Fuck
why
you,
should
but yeah.
your stupidity and somebody else's chance of growing up and having their own stupid moment.
Yeah.
But that's just the
Hey.
thing that's gonna happen.
Predestination. I mean,
Destination.
It was supposed to happen.
Yeah, it was supposed to. If you don't leave your kids in the car today, you're gonna put them in the hot stove tomorrow. Like, what are you gonna
You
do?
guys seen Final Destiny?
Yeah.
Wait.
Destination.
Yeah.
Final Destination?
Final Destination.
Those movies
Never seen
built
it.
up their own little
Never
cult
seen it.
cult following,
Obviously.
and really they made no sense. But whatever. Who dies from a shower rod curtain string?
Hey, have you seen 1,000 Ways
My
to
Best
Die?
Friend?
Is that what it's
So-
called? 100 Ways to Die? No, 1,000 Ways to Die.
It's on IFC.
Wait, 1,000 Ways to Die.
That's the only show I watch, horror movies, whatever. It's the only thing that's ever given me like nightmares because
Really?
they're more realistic to me than like somebody, a clown popping out of the fucking gutter or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah, 1,000 Ways to Die. Watching that on TV.
I think I've seen that before.
It
yeah.
was-
Some of it's like, reenacted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not all of them are reenacted. Because these are actual stories of how people have died. Like some guy walking and then he tripped on a cord and the TV fell on him and he popped whatever. And
Oh, that's not that bad.
but
That's not
imagine
scary.
But like imagine things that could happen to you as you're walking to the bathroom. That's more scary to me than
Yeah, but I'm not a klutz. So, like, I feel
No,
like...
I'm a klutz. I fall up the stairs.
Scott's like, what? No, I'm a cat. I land on my hand.
I always land on my toes.
Very fleet-footed.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm
a duck.
surprisingly graceful.
It's a
for
weird
I
a
feel
guy.
like if
Yeah.
you fell, all your bushy body hair would just cushion your fall anyway.
Are you
Do I have
athletic?
bushy...
I don't
Are
know.
you athletic?
I'm not athletic, but...
Then how do you? Okay, so go ahead.
But-
Explain how you're gonna land on your feet.
I'm agile.
What's-
I'm not...
He's
Bushy body?
I don't know,
Agile?
I just see the beard.
Agile. You play video games? Is that what this is?
Oh, yeah, I play video games, but, like, not that much.
His agility level's like at 7. and
Yeah,
that's normal
is this,
people
are you talking
are like
about
a
your
2.
video game
No,
agility?
just
Like,
light on
what
my
are you-
feet. Just light on my feet.
Just light
Always
on
been.
Okay.
Always been, not klutz.
Okay, go ahead. More power to you.
Hey.
Light on his feet.
You guys should just be walking down the street just trying to push him over.
Hey,
I
don't give
will
that
get,
away.
I will get pushed over. Pretty
Surprise.
easy.
No, what's funny though, like when I'm hanging out at hyenas, if I'm hanging out at hyenas and I'll see Scott come around the corner, it'll take him like 10 minutes because he's just strolling down. He's just like, got this strolling
Because I'm so, like, I don't, like, because I always see you standing there. I'm like, fuck, okay. I gotta, like, prep myself for, like, the interaction that we're about to have. I'm, like, trying to put it off.
Yeah.
Because I don't like hanging out with you, you know.
You
But I
got
have
to.
to. I know, because, like, you're always there.
I'm
yeah.
a sore now in your canker sore.
You're a
Can
thorn
we
in my side.
can we discuss this seriously and how true that statement is? Because I know you're joking, obviously, but how true is it? Because I know that like he's saying that, but realistically, like when I go to a comedy club, I see somebody. Sometimes I don't even want to say hi because I'm like I know that they want to be alone right now.
That they want to be alone?
That they want to
Yeah.
be alone, yeah. Like, and I guess because sometimes I'm like that, and I try to be aware of that situation and other people. Because I know, like, someone like Scott's not going to push me away if I go and start having a conversation with him. Because that's just not, like, the kind of person that he is. But I could be like, dude, you know, I don't want to talk right now. You know, and it's not being rude. It's just like, hey, I'm not.
Like,
Not in the
I'm
house.
not
I
in
can
that place. Yeah, I'm not in that
that
place to
from
do
people, but I still want to say hi to people who I normally say hi to, and then if I don't know somebody, I'll try to say hi to them too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll leave it at that. And if they don't want to talk after I say hi, that's cool. You know, I'll go do my thing. I'll go talk to somebody else or talk to Landon at the door. But I don't like to sit there and see somebody, say hi, and then stand around and try to talk to them
If they aren't feeling it.
If they aren't feeling it, yeah.
I hate people who do that. And usually, like, if I'm not feeling it, then I'll be like, hey, man, what's up? And then I'll keep on going or something like that. Or go back to what I was doing.
People can't read that sometimes, and it's just so frustrating.
I am thinking of so many people right now
I
who
want
say,
to who need to calm down,
Yeah.
take a few steps down, be like, hey, we just met not too long ago, you're chatting way too much.
There are some people that I don't know if it's just like a thing that kicks in, but they start chatting, but I know that they don't want to, or maybe like they're trying to write and then trying to have a conversation. I'm like, hey, how about you just prepare and then I'll just come hit you up after your set. And they're like, oh I should do that. And I'm like, yeah, just calm down. Yeah.
You ever talk to somebody and you're like, and you're like somebody and you're like having a conversation with them, they're just like everywhere, and you're like, are you on Ritalin? I swear.
Most of the people probably are. If you think that.
I was like, how many of these people here are on Ritalin?
A
They're all
lot.
just like talking and going off on this crazy.
How many of them need it? Or is it
A
doesn't
lot.
Ritalin like calm you down though?
Depends. Some people might
Like-
use it though.
Like, even
Oh, you mean like if they don't need to be on just like an ADHD medication, they're just people just taking it to get.
even if you have ADHD, like I have ADHD, I'm on Adderall, and this still have a stimulant effect. It helps you focus, but it still like ups you a little bit, you know. So
Some Addies.
yeah,
I've taken Adderall before. It didn't do anything to me.
you didn't take enough.
Maybe that's what I was told.
Take more.
Take more pills.
Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't know what it did to me.
about 4 of those 30s.
What?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Look at you talking to me about drugs and Jeez, Scott.
Really.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
If you don't need it, like I hate Adderall. It helps, and then it sucks. You know, I have a new prescription, so I haven't been able to fall asleep until like 3 o'clock for the past like week. It just sucks.
When do you
So
take
don't
it,
do
though?
it. Don't
when
do
you
it.
Take it?
During the day.
Like when you first wake up, or
Yeah, when I first wake up, and then
And it lasts that long?
Then I take another one at 1 or 2 because it won't it doesn't last to the end of the workday.
Don't do drugs.
And then
Don't do school. Stay on
Keeps
drugs,
on.
kids. Yeah, Mercy Army. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt you.
no, now I'm interested.
I just.
How long is the podcast? As long as we fucking want Mercy Army. This is a great conversation. Fuck you
Yes.
if you don't.
If you don't like it, no.
Like that. I'm so
How are they
charming.
doing?
About an hour and 15 minutes.
I'm so.
Okay.
Hour 15, we can do another 3.
No, we're not gonna do another 3. Addie needs to rest. I need a rest. I have to wake up in a few more hours.
Do we ever ask Allie questions?
So, not necessarily, but people will ask questions, and Addie will bring it up.
Mercy Army, you're into the 4-hour show?
4-hour
Is
show.
that what you're saying?
Nah.
Let's do a 4-hour. All proceeds go to Allie for something. What do you want to?
Yeah, Allie. What do you
do?
mean?
We should do that one time for you.
What?
Do you know how you want to do like a whatever? We should just have. I should just have like.
Do that, but whatever.
Yeah.
I should just have rotating comics just come in one after another.
Marathon?
Yeah, and I'll just sit here and babble on, and who knows what I'll talk about. But every new comic come in. There's a lot of people who want to do this. I hope you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah. No, this is fun. I didn't know what to expect, but.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. We just get here and start talking about random stuff, and Scott,
Just hanging out outside
you
of
have a
Titans.
lot. You talk a lot about a lot of stuff, so I knew that you were gonna be interesting to have on here.
Yeah.
Next
more.
time we'll talk about your cult thingy, because I want to see
If you want to.
if you want to talk about it. You brought it up, but I'm pretty sure people didn't catch it. And I was like,
I
why
cried.
don't people say that? Cult, huh?
I bring it up just because I know that you know.
Mhm.
It's not something that I necessarily need to talk about. It's also not something that I.
You don't want to talk about.
Want
you
to
don't
talk
about.
about?
No, I don't have a problem talking about it. But it's not like
It's
at the
it's
top
good
of
to
my
let
things.
people know what kind of lifestyles are out there though that they don't know anything about.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the fucking funny in it. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you came out alive, and you're not a child molester, so
Well,
That's
that
great.
we know of,
That's great,
yeah.
bro.
No one's
So
outed
fun.
him yet, so or not yet, but no one's.
might be the reason why you have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is I wish I could write more jokes about it.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Anything that was like weird in your life.
Yes.
Could be
Oh my
just
God.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I've
find
said
it.
a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
My first open mic was me talking about my first sexual experience. And it was like the most
Glad it was only
embarrassing-
4 minutes.
the most embarrassing thing that could have happened.
Yeah.
Hey.
Can I have another one?
Hey, when you're 14, those 4 minutes lasted 4 days.
That was your first open mic experience was 4 minutes. Your first sexual experience was 8 times less than that.
Probably was.
1/8.
I don't remember it.
1/8 though.
How do you know, Scott?
I was there.
Was this when you guys were swiping on each other on Tinder?
Yeah.
Videotaping.
Swiped.
We promised
left.
we'd record each other.
Do you have stories
Recorded your set.
like the reasons why you got into comedy? Like, cause I have a bunch of crazy stories that happen where everyone's like, man, you should do comedy. But then like you get into comedy and like I don't know how to tell these stories on stage. It doesn't like translate well enough to.
You can.
It's
work on it.
Well, I mean, there's so many stories to where it's just like.
I
man.
feel like funny shit has its calling, and some funny stories are for you and your friends. Some funny stories are for the stage. Some funny stories need to be a TV show or a movie. You know, so I feel like everything has its place, and you just let it sit where it is. That's my take on that.
Pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All
I'm
right.
absorbing that.
We'll go ahead and call it a night for now.
And that piece of wisdom.
Scott, thank you for coming on.
Hey, Randy.
See ya.
Thank you so
What
much.
you call me?
That's her name, right?
No, you know my name. You
Yeah,
just call
Randy.
me Randy.
Randy.
Stop being a dick. Anyway, I was gonna tell you to plug
Randy.
your plug
Randy.
yourself or whatever.
Yeah, the first Scott Worley on Instagram. WORLEY.
Scott Worley.
First is spelled out. The first Scott Worley.
The first Scott Worley.
The first Scott Worley.
The.
THEFIRSTSCOTTWORLEY.
You got
The
that
first
right?
Scott Worley.
First.
Let's see. The first Scott Worley.
Randy is my name.
There you
Ha!
go. The first
Hey,
Scott
Mercy.
Worley.
Well, my Instagram
Whatever you
and
Mercy.
Twitter,
Uh-huh.
princess_Marcia. So
Princess_Marcia.
MARCIA. Royalty
And
by blood.
I need to look you guys on my Twitter for the podcast. I don't have a personal one, but I mean, I think I added you, Scott.
Probably.
So I'm following you.
Yeah,
Following.
about-
I don't know
about
anything
5
about
tweets up
Twitter.
there.
It's now following. It's not added or whatever you call it.
Because some jokes are meant for Twitter, and I don't have very many of those, but I need a place to put those for those jokes that just need to be on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Calling back to what I just said. So it's,
Yeah.
if you want to see those jokes, it's first Scott Worley, number 1 ST Scott Worley.
And
on Twitter.
I think the podcast
Oh.
Twitter is UNG Odyssey.
No, that's my Instagram.
It's UNGO.
UNGO _period Odyssey. I don't know. You type it.
Okay,
What is
What is
Ungo? What is Ungo? I don't know what that is.
UNG.
What's Ung?
UNGO.
U stands for uns, which is what my cousins and my
Randy
friends call me.
Trinidad started following me.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's Marcia
Just
already.
Mercy.
That's Marcia. Okay.
That's Mercy.
Oh, well, look at that. Let's get you some Twitter hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is on Instagram. But
Whatever.
yes, I'll
Twitter,
take it.
Instagram, Snapchat, Tinder. Are you on Tinder?
I am on Tinder. I got a notification today on Tinder.
Oh.
It's
They're
still
gonna
on there.
Deactivate your
It
account.
says, your profile is about to be hidden. Open Tinder to continue to be seen.
They hid my profile,
I was
but
at
they still take
448
my money.
today.
You
You
don't
pay
tell me
for
you
Tinder?
You get paid.
No, he's paying. That's how y'all can see each other. You
God.
got the platinum account. No,
Oh
you
my
platinum
goodness.
Tinder. Look at
Yeah.
this guy. It's fine, no problem. I'm just laughing because it's funny, but embrace
Honest?
it.
I deleted my Tinder. Fuck that shit. It's so vapid. Who wants to fucking swipe? Like,
Ooh.
make a judgment on someone based solely on their
I've
looks?
had some of the best
Yeah, fuck it.
experiences on Tinder. Some of the best and some of the worst experiences on Tinder.
I mean, yeah, it's a crapshoot.
Who
Who
cares?
fucking wants a crapshoot?
Everybody
Yeah,
wants a
like
crap
anyway.
shoot.
Life is a crapshoot.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Life is
Waking
informed
up- hey,
gambles.
look.
Wow, that is inspiring coming from Sorry, you said it's still raw. My bad. I
Wake
won't
it
talk
up.
about it.
Look, going to the bar and then.
I had 5 great years. I was very happy.
I'm sorry.
Right, there's more than you can say.
Marriage isn't for everyone. What do you mean more than I can say?
I don't know.
I
I'm bitter.
do
I'm
not
bitter.
want to be. I don't want to be a divorced woman. What do you mean? That's more than I can
Nobody
say.
wants to be divorced, but you take the.
No, I understand.
Oh,
I'm just joking.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching with us. Thank you, Ali and
follow
Ali
her.
Zilla, on her. Well, I'm not gonna say because it's gonna go on the YouTubies. But Ali.
YouTube, follow Scott Worley Comedy on YouTube as well.
Oh, you got your own YouTube channel.
No videos on there, but when there are videos,
How do you follow something that doesn't have any content?
Yeah,
Can you do
you're
that?
not getting followed.
you can't like.
You're not getting followed.
I'll send you guys the
viewers.
link for when the YouTube comes on.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if I'll be able to. Well, no, I will. I'll be able to do it to Twitter. I think so.
It'll be up tomorrow.
But yeah,
Okay.
I'll give you guys the video and thank you for coming in.
Yay!
All right, thank you guys. Another
having us.
Good night.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
Okay.
Don't.
I'm
stop.
streaming after this. Just hit BRB on the left of the screen.
BRB. Say bye, Scott. Bye, Scott.
Bye, Scott.
Bye, Scott.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah. The mic's still on.